Volume 1, Number 3. Now that the new year had kicked off and the kids are back at school, the reopening or grand reopening of the second location was official. Michael and Frank shook hands. Congratulations, Frank. You're officially open. Well, unofficially, because we actually started business the day after Christmas, said Frank. I'm so glad that everything's working out. The office space looks great. So here we are, said Frank. You want to take a tour? Yeah, I love it, said Michael. So as they toured the building and the facilities, it looked wonderful. It really did look structurally sound. Michael was really impressed at the structure in the building and the desk and everything looked very efficient. Even the staff uniform looked exactly like the staff uniforms at Michael's office. He said, I wanted it to resemble everything that you had going on at the other office. So we had them wearing the same outfits that you have over at the other office. Very good. I like it. Are they going to have staff meetings too? Yeah, the same Thursday staff meeting. We're going to stay on par with you. We're going to stay in line with your company standards. So the same standards that you have at the company over there, it's the same standards that we're going to have there. We're going to be the same company over there, which the only difference is we're building number 2. So anytime they refer to Smithton Motor and Auto Rentals, they'll know that we're building number 2. Okay, sounds good. So we're basically the same company, just different building. That's about it. That's the only difference, said Frank. Wow. Let me meet some of the staff. I don't know all their names, so you'll have to forgive me. So why don't we do that at another time? Okay, because it's hard to get familiar with everybody. There's so many new staff. So do you have a team that you work with? I'm just getting familiar with everybody, so just forgive me because I'm just getting to know my staff. Okay, so how do we get acquainted? Why don't we have a mini, like, get acquainted party? That's always the best way to get to know people, is like have a way to get familiar with everybody. That's a good idea, said Frank. Maybe that's one way of getting to know everybody. Do that and let me know what you think. I got to get back to main office. There's a lot of work that needs to be done over there. Yeah, I'm going to think about that and sit on it, and then I'll let you know. I'll be over at the main office here shortly. I got a few things to do over here, and then I'll be over. Okay, Frank, said Michael. Again, congratulations. So Michael went over to the main office and told Vanessa, you need to go tour the building. Oh, I wish I was over there. It's really, really nice. It looks almost similar to our office, except for it's brand new. They all wear the same uniforms, too. Oh, really? Yeah. The only difference is it's just building number 2. That's all it is. It's the same company title, Smithton Motors and Rentals. Yes, same title, everything's the same. Oh, wow. So they're under the same title and everything. Yep. Wow, I didn't know that. So anytime anybody refers to building number 2, just remember it's Frank's entity. Oh, I see, said Cindy. So that's how it's going to work. Yep. We're going to use their vehicles. We're going to work together. We're going to be under the same umbrella, basically. Okay. Let's sit down and have a meeting. Okay. I need Michael Carrington to come up here. Do you think somebody can cover for Michael Carrington down there? I'm pretty sure one of his sales managers can. Okay, I'm going to call Michael Carrington. Smithton Motors and Rentals. Can I talk to Michael Carrington? Yes. Hold on one second. Michael Carrington? Hey, this is Michael Smithton. Can I talk to you real quick? Yeah. What's going on? Is there any way that you could come up here and tour the building number 2? I need you to see what's going on up here. Okay. I can have one of my sales managers. I just promoted somebody. Oh, you did? Okay. What did you promote them to? Senior sales manager. Okay, you just promoted them to senior sales manager. Okay, did you give them the package? Yeah, pretty much the package. Okay, let me know who that person is. Well, let me give you the name. I need somebody to cover for me, basically. Okay, let me give you the name first. Just give me a second because I have a list of people. Michael Pierce is now in charge. Okay, so can you have Michael Pierce cover for you while you're up here? Okay, so he's going to be your senior sales manager. Yeah, and Cindy Jackson's moved up to senior sales. Well, not senior sales manager, but she's general manager. Okay, so let me write this down real quick. Basically, I had to move these people up. I have a team just like you now, Mike. Okay, so Cindy Jackson is general manager, you said, and senior manager. I guess we should have done this sooner. Okay. What about Derek Johnson? He's manager, and so is John Simmons. Okay. So you promoted 2 people. So these people are promoted. I got to make sure that their paychecks are adjusted. Okay. All right. Come on up here and just tell Michael Pierce that he's going to have to cover for you while you're up here. Sounds good. I'll be up there shortly. Okay. All right. So I got to talk to Carol Henderson. Carol Henderson to Michael Smithton's office. Okay. Make sure these adjustments are made. Hi, Carol. All right. Some people from the Hollister office were promoted. Michael Pierce has been promoted to senior sales manager or senior manager. I'm sorry. And then Cindy Jackson has been promoted to general manager. That's all over at the Hollister office. So that you know that the books have changed. Their title and their pay rate has changed. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. Okay. You're welcome. Thank you, Carol. As things have obviously changed because it's a new year. So it's the school and everything else with the kids. They're all back in school. The new year was quite eventful, but not so much because the kids were in bed early. They had to go back to work immediately because of all the changes with the company. So Frank comes in, and so does Michael Carrington, literally almost the same time. Okay, so Vanessa is going to go tour the building with you, Frank, and you're going to give her the grand tour. So Vanessa, follow Frank back there. Okay, said Frank. I'm going to give her the tour. Does, Cindy, do you want to go back with her? And Harrison, do you want to go back and tour the building? Sure, that'd be great, said Harrison. Yeah, I'd like to tour the building too, said Cindy. Okay, go for the tour. So Frank takes him for the tour and tour the building number 2. That'll give me and Michael Carrington a few minutes. Michael, do you want to go for the tour too? Why don't you just go for the tour and come back? Yeah, Michael Carrington says yes, I want to go for the tour. Tour the building and then come back. Okay. This gives Michael some time to think. Oh boy. Oh, it's already early in the morning and I've already put in a full day. Wow. So shortly after that, they come back from the tour and they all are really impressed with the building. So what did you think, Vanessa, of the building? Well, Frank stayed back. He said he got caught up with some things up there at the building. We just came back on our own. What do you think, Cindy? What do you think, Harrison? What do you think, Mike? Oh, I think it's great. Yeah, it's really nice, said Harrison. And Cindy, what do you think? I like it. It looks almost like our building. They have a really nice break room, really nice cafeteria area. It's really huge, too, said Vanessa. Yeah, it is a big building. So, are we going to have meetings there? I think we're just going to figure that out as time goes on. I think we're just going to keep our meetings here the way it is now. I hate for everybody to have to move around in our office to another location for a meeting. If it ever changes at any point, it'll be later down the road, But we're not going to change anything drastic. I hate change, said Cindy. Change is too drastic for our company. We're so set in our ways. Yeah, that's true. Anyway, so Michael Carrington and wanted to talk. So why don't you all go get some things done? I got to talk to Michael Carrington. Okay, so what I was going to tell you is that now that you saw the building, what I wanted to tell you is that a lot of their staff is temporary. Um, I wanted to find out all the names of the staff there. I was just curious. What do you think about temps working there? Well, I mean, that's his decision. Yeah, but they're all trained. And the thing is, he had orientation, so he did it differently than we did. We staffed our people by, hiring them. We went through a process. He just went through the temp agency. Well, we'll find out, I guess. That's one way of going through that process. I'm curious how this is going to work out. Well, it usually works out sometimes for the better. Usually, temp agencies are pretty thorough. Yeah, that's true. The one thing is they can be replaced through the temp agency too. That's one thing hiring through a temp agency. I don't know. I had some other questions, but I forgot. Anyway, you're up here now, so you got to tour the building. So what do you think? Well, we'll see how as time goes by, how this works. I hope it's not a waste of time. On their side, this isn't going to hurt us at all. It's a slow week, so it's right after the New Year, so it's not slowed down in Hollister, so I have to get back to Hollister. So Mike Pierce is covering for me now, but I need to be down there. Okay, all right, I'll let you go. Okay, I'll talk to you later. As Mike uh, Carrington and Mike Smith and shake hands, they leave from here. Okay, so Vanessa comes in and says, "Is there anything that we have to do today?" No, it's Monday. We're coming off of major holidays. It's going to be kind of slow this couple days. So, are you going to Tuesday's report? No, not really. I'm going to skip it. I think I just have to be up here because of Frank. I think this week is going to be the inaugural week. So, I want to see what goes on with the building number 2. Okay. Anyway, so I'm going to cut out early today. Um, you know how I like to work half days. So, are you going to stay back, Vanessa? Yeah, I have to stay back. I have a load of work to do. So does Cindy and so does Harrison. So, we'll see you at Thursday's report for the most part, if I don't see you Wednesday. Okay, I'll talk to you later. All right, see you later. Mike leaves and he goes back home and he works at his home office. Oh, so good to be back here. I get more work done here anyway. Anyway, so Mike, instead of working, decides to take it easy. It's so much easier to relax. It's such a stress reliever as he talks to Grace. Grace, there's so much going on up there right now. You wouldn't believe it. They opened up building number 2, so I didn't want to be up there. I feel like I'm more in the way than anything. Did you tour the building? Yeah, I toured it this morning. It's really nice, but it's just too much going on up there. It's too much for me to handle. Well, we have counseling in a few minutes, so we've got to get going. Oh, that's right. We have to go see Dr. Buchanan. So they head out the door and go see Dr. Buchanan for the appointment. Dr. Buchanan can see you now. Okay, we're just going to marriage counseling today. It's only a half-hour appointment. So Michael and Grace walk in and see Dr. Buchanan. Hi, it's been a while. How are you doing? Well, it's been pretty stressful lately with the holidays, but overall doing pretty good. Yeah, the holidays bring out the best and worst in people. Yeah, we noticed that. It's good to be back in counseling though. Yeah, I'm glad to see that everything went well with the adoption with Bailey. So how's that been going? It's been going very well. Bailey's a beautiful kid. Yeah, so how do you feel about it, Grace? Everything's great. I really enjoy Bailey's company, especially she's fitting in really well with the family. Talk more about that. Bailey's history, that is. Well, she was abandoned as a little girl. When I say little girl, she was only 2 when she was abandoned. She had been severely neglected. So she's been in and out of foster care for years. They finally put her up for adoption and removed the parents' rights a few years ago. And then she was put up for adoption. So she had been in foster care for years. Finally, we came along and we adopted her. And it worked out perfect because she needed a forever home. That's great that you became the parents. She needed parents. So you adopted her when she was how old? 11. She's 12 now. And what grade is she in? 7th grade. Yeah. And she goes to St. John's? Yeah. So what is she doing? She's dancing. She's going to dance classes. Okay, that's good. She's active. Yeah. She got all A's and 1 B. She's doing that good in school? Yeah, she's doing great in school. So how do you feel about parenting 6 children? Well, that's a lot of stress in it. We got a lot of help, but we get overwhelmed easily. That's why we're going to marriage classes, because we really have to balance everything out, said Grace. Well, that's support you need. And what about your company? How's that going, Michael? Well, we took on an investor came in and helped us out. We paid off some loans and paid off some bills. We got through the holidays with some of the investment money that was offered to us. And we work together with a sister company now. And they just opened up a building number 2. They run it with our name attached to it. And it's so far in its first stages of opening. How do you feel about that? Well, I have mixed feelings about it because it's just new. You know how things are new. Well, I know we're almost at the end of our session, but I'm glad to hear that you're starting to make progress. In our next session, we'll start tackling some goals, some things that you both want to work on as a couple. How about that? Oh, that sounds great. Thank you, Miss Buchanan. I appreciate your time. Okay, just go to the receptionist and make it an appointment for the next time you want to see me. That's great. As Michael and Grace go to the receptionist desk, they make an appointment for the next appointment. Oh, Michael, I'm so happy we went to this therapy session. We really needed to get our head straight. Yeah, we certainly do. As Michael and Grace make it to the car, They kiss and hug, and they just feel grateful that they got time with Mrs. Buchanan, the doctor.